Hello folks, I hope that you're having just a great day today and keeping yourself safe. Today I'm taking a look at another story from the Solomon Kane collection. Here's the second story in my collection. I'll link you below to this collection if you're interested in it, by Robert E. Howard. This short story we're looking at is The Right Hand of Doom. It was published in '68. It was originally never published during Howard's lifetime. It was published posthumously after he died in the mid-30s. Tragically with a suicide. So we're going to be taking a look at it. It's 10 pages in this collection, so I read it for a second time for you. Solomon Kane is my second favorite hero by Robert E. Howard after Conan proper. I talked to you a little bit about my history of my love and similar things that you can find out about in a previous video, which I will link to you in the comments below if you're interested in that. One of the things I wanted to do with you is to take kind of a deep dive into Solomon Kane. I will be taking a look at some of the Solomon Kane stories by Robert E. Howard. And my goal, and I don't know if we'll actually do this or not, but my goal is actually to knock out all of the stories in the Solomon Kane collection. But that's a lot of stories. So I don't know if we're going to get them all, and we may not be able to get them all sequentially. You know, something else may jump in and, you know, grab my attention here on these days. But my goal is to at least get you started so that you can get started with this collection. So we're taking a look again at The Right Hand of Doom, which I think is an 8 out of 10. I think it's a very strong story by Robert E. Howard. He's a very strong writer. So this story opens up in a bar. We're coming across a seedy gentleman who is celebrating the death of a supposed necromancer who has been living in a nearby swamp. And this person has just been captured. And so this seedy person in the bar is bragging about the fact that this necromancer is going to be hung in the morning. And thus be served justice, and then will thus go to hell afterwards. Now, as a reminder, Solomon Kane is set in the sort of he's a puritanical, literally a sort of a Puritan who is doing the task of God unwillingly. He's the seedy anti-hero, if you will. And he's actually in the bar listening to this seedy person talk about the upcoming death. And he basically throws, while he's drinking, he moves to Solomon Kane and says, "Hey, look, did you hear what happened to this guy? I sold him." And he has this, you know, some money that he's been gotten from turning in this person. And Solomon Kane says, "You betrayed him. You're the only person who was his friend. You are going to hell just as much as he is." And the seedy gentleman is not happy hearing this. So he will, and then Solomon Kane says, "He promised, he pledged death on your life. I'd pray to God that you're not going to have it happen, that you're not going to get revenge this night from the necromancer." And that's about 2 pages in, so I'll leave you there. Is the necromancer going to get revenge? What will it look like? What will happen with Solomon Kane? How is he involved in this story? And you'll find out more as the story moves on. And so there you go. That is the short story. Again, it's 10 pages long. It did not take me that long to reread. Less than 20 minutes, probably more like 15 to reread it. Even in the oversized type, it's pretty quick to read. Robert E. Howard's pretty breezy as a writer. I've never read anything by Robert E. Howard that bored me or that didn't excite me. That's just who he is. He's a writer of people of action, right? And his heroes like Kull the Conqueror, Solomon Kane, Conan the Barbarian, Red Sonja, who was the modern version of her, was actually created by Marvel Comics, but she actually appears in a non-Conan related character. These are all, you know, these all have a lot of similarities together. They're people of action. They're people that move. They're people that will move and then think of a plan while they're moving rather than they're going to punch and move. They're going to punch and move. They're not going to sit around and think about things. They're not going to ponder about things. They're not going to be stuck with pangs of consciousness afterwards, right? And so that happens again in this Solomon Kane stuff too. You'll see him as a man of action. And you'll see him as a man of action in the story too. Although to a lesser degree, I think that one of the reasons why it might not have sold is because Kane isn't the key part of the action. He's not the key actor in the story. Unlike the previous story, Skull in the Stars, this one is a little bit less so, The Right Hand of Doom. But it's incredibly well done, and I think it's very enjoyable. And so I'll go ahead and leave you to it. Have you read The Right Hand of Doom? What did you think of it? Did you agree or disagree with anything in my video or my take on it? I would be happy to engage you with it further in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please feel encouraged to hit that subscribe button, because there's going to be so many more of these to follow. And finally, hey, I just want to thank you for taking some time out of your day and investing in my video. We all have so many things happening in our lives, right? And we're being pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have a great day.